10 the most dangerous bridges in the world. You will be weak at a glance. Do you dare to challenge? Do you dare to challenge the 10 bridges that make your legs weak when you see them? Some people are naturally afraid of bridges, and they will even drive several kilometers to avoid bridges. There are some very unique bridges in the world. Today, let me take you to take a look at these different bridges. 10. 7 Mile Bridge, Florida, USA. Unlike most bridges that make the list for their dizzying heights, Florida's 7 Mile Bridge peaks at just 65 feet above the water. But don't be fooled by appearances. Deception, that's not what makes this bridge scary. A 7-mile-long bridge. In the ocean, it directly connects the two intersections in the Florida Keys. Once you accidentally get on the bridge, all you can see is the endless bridge and the sea. This remote length and helplessness on the bridge will make you feel hopeless about the bridge. Especially when you are driving halfway on the bridge, your car has an accident and breaks down on the road, and the only thing you can do is look at the sea and wait desperately for the rescue team to arrive. But this is far from the worst-case scenario, and once you're on this bridge, fate is in the hands of nature. Because storms often strike without warning, you on the bridge will have no choice but to keep going. 9. Royal Gorge Bridge, Colorado. The Canyon Bridge was built in 1929 at a cost of only $350,000. Before 2001, it was the tallest bridge in the world. The bridge spans the magnificent Royal Gorge in Colorado, with a total length of 384 meters. The Arkansas River roared 291 meters below the bridge, and occasionally the turbulence carried logs struggling with the natural environment. At that time, it took only 6 months to build the bridge. The two main steel cables weighed 200 tons each and were wound by 2,100 individual steel cables. 1,292 wooden boards were bolted to the surface to form up the bridge deck. Since there are no vertical brackets on the bridge, the planks move with the footsteps as they traverse the canyon. The rushing river 300 meters below the bridge is likely to make you uneasy. If you don't want to take the bridge, you can also try the aerial cable car, which can save you from the panic of crossing the bridge and take you to the other side. 8. Teitli's Cliff Walk, Switzerland. In order to traverse the Teitli's Cliff Walk, you first need to climb up Mount Teitli's. You'll find a bridge waiting for you at the top of the mountain, and then you'll need to go through underground tunnels and through glacier caves to get here. The Teitli Cliff Plank Road is about 3,000 meters above sea level, 100 meters long and only 1 meter wide. It extends from one rock face to another in the Swiss Alps. The bridge crosses a deep ditch of about 500 meters and is lined up in a longitudinal direction. It is said that it takes 150 steps to cross the other side of the canyon. As soon as you get to the other side, you can take the chairlift to the other side of the glacier and climb to the top. 7. Panlong Cliff Glass Walkway. If you are afraid of heights, you will find that the bridge will scare you just by looking at the photos. You are not the only one who will be like this. Many people will give up decisively after seeing it. After all, who wants to walk at a height of 5 feet? Of course, if you can accept this glass plank road and start thinking about how quickly you can get there, you can also find a partner. Take a look at these photos and you'll see that there are other adventurers who are also enjoying their time in the high world. You have to admit it. There is no doubt that many stunning photos can be taken from the bridge. But can you live with its height? This seems to be the question everyone is asking themselves. 6. Quesuechaca Rope Bridge in Peru. The Quesuechaca Rope Bridge in Peru is located on the Inca Road through the Andes Mountains and is the best existing Inca suspension bridge. These bridges played an important role in connecting and strengthening the Inca Empire. They continued to be used as part of road systems for centuries to come. During times of conflict, some bridges were cut to protect residents from invaders. When the Spanish invaded, many bridges were burned. The deck railing system of the Inca Bridge and the vertical links between the railings are made of natural rope for protection. Steel columns are used to fix the cables on both sides of the bridge. It has to be said that the bridge will not be a smooth experience due to the loose nature of the bridge body, giving people crossing the bridge a good view of the river below. The local community organizes the replacement of the bridge every year. Residents harvest grass and weave it into cables. Residents on both sides of the bridge will work together to connect the ropes to the opposite bank. They don't tear down the old bridge until the new bridge is built. Each community works from their respective ends and rounds in the middle of the bridge. That the entire bridge could be rebuilt in 3 days, after which the community would come together to celebrate, sounded like the only thing that was right. 5. Kwendinsky Bridge, Russia. You'll have to have a will of steel to drive across this rickety adrenaline-fueled bridge in Russia Bridge. Drivers must cross a 6-foot-wide path without any railings or safety features to prevent them from falling into the frozen water below. To make matters worse, the old metal structure is covered with wooden boards. Frequent snow and ice makes the boards very slippery. According to Leaky.com, the Kandinsky Bridge spans the Vitim River and was originally part of the Baikal Armored Main Line Railway. However, this plan was not realized, so the surrounding 1,500 residents can freely use the bridge if they dare. The dilapidated bridge is said to have not been repaired in more than 3 decades since it was built, and it would have been a nerve-wracking drive if one had really mustered up the nerve. Coupled with the terrible wind on the bridge, it may sweep across the 870 feet long bridge at any time. It is said that the driver must roll down the windows to prevent the wind from blowing the vehicle over. 4. Hongyagu Glass Footbridge, China. Sometimes bridge designers seem to be twisted sadists, such as the design team of the Hongyagu Bridge, which was completed in late 2017. They built a bridge with a length of 488 meters and a vertical drop of 220 meters, big enough for most people, but the designer decided to change the deck to a glass floor so people could see the valley below them, and to trick his brain into believing they were in the middle of the valley. And as if that wasn't enough, they decided to make the bridge wobble stand up. The glass panels are only 4 centimeters and 1.5 inches thick, which doesn't seem like enough at all. The bridge can accommodate 2,000 people at the same time, but just in case, only 600 people are allowed to walk on it. Visitors must wear shoe covers to prevent the glass from being scratched or shattered. And although the administrators have staff on the bridge to help those feeling dizzy, the designer of this glass suspension bridge designed additional sound effects for him. Every time you take a step along the glass bridge, it sounds like the glass under your feet is breaking. 3. Pakistan Hussein Suspension Bridge. The Hussein Suspension Bridge in Pakistan isn't even a bridge. The bridge seen so far is the new and improved version. The first, more terrifying version has been destroyed by the weather. The bridge is made of rope and planks, and the icy wind is constantly blowing, which will make the bridge shake violently. According to locals, at least 10 people have died while crossing the bridge, and if you fall into the river below. Many tourists come to this bridge, usually take 2 steps to take a photo, and then jump back in a hurry. However, it is not so easy for the locals. They still need to use the bridge, and even cross it with large backpacks. The second place is the Double Kudzu Vine Bridge in Okuya, Japan. In Iya in Japan, there is an unusual-looking bridge called the Fujijo Bridge, which is located between the mountains and the hot springs. The Fuji Bridge is 45 meters long, and only 14 meters is above the Oya River. What he's tribal in horror he makes up for in weirdness. It was built using a plant called the hardy kiwi, which, while relatively strong, was not suitable for building bridges because it was not durable and prone to decay. That's not good on a bridge. However, it is said that the ancients deliberately used the cold-resistant kiwi fruit. This way, in the event of an invader, the bridge can be quickly cut down, thus preventing the invading army from crossing the canyon bridge. The bridge is rebuilt every 3 years, and vines are hung from the tall cedars on both sides of the canyon. In these days of health and safety, there are steel wires hidden in the vines just in case. However, there are large gaps between the ropes, allowing a vertical view of the river below. The wobbly bridge when crossing is enough to scare most tourists to death. First place, Inoshima Ohashi Bridge. The Inoshima Ohashi Bridge in western Japan looks more like a roller coaster than a road. It connects the port city of Birdsong Prefecture and Matsu city of Shimane Prefecture, Japan. All in all, the bridge is a highway to outer space, a shortcut to nausea and vomiting, and a thrilling car ride. It is one of the most spectacular bridges in the world. The bridge is a 2-lane concrete road with steep inclines that often terrify the bravest of drivers. The bridge's main feature, the steep slope, allows boats to easily navigate the mile-long concrete road across Zhonghai Lake. Drivers need to cross the bridge with a slope of 61 degrees to cross Zhonghai Lake. The bridge is 1.4 kilometers long, 11.3 meters wide, and 44 meters high. It is the largest steel frame bridge in Japan. If you look straight at the bridge, the exaggerated steepness looks more like a roller coaster than a highway for cars. Inclines are scary. It's high enough for boats to pass under with ease, and even the most confident driver will be intimidated by the stretch because it looks like one crazy roller coaster. Have you ever been to any of these bridges we mentioned above? Let me know in the comments below. If you did end up enjoying this video, then make sure to leave a like. Also hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to be notified when we upload. Also, go ahead and check out some of our other content on our channel. This is Top World Amazing. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next.